We've got a roof. Well, we've got tiles going on the roof. Exciting times, people. Exciting times. Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to episode 6 of my dream garage build. There's tiles going on the roof. There's windows going in the roof on this episode, and it's starting to take shape. We're even going to be able to lay out upstairs and see the final layout of the bathroom and my office. But this guy, he's chucking them on at a rate of knots. Be finished by the end of the day. So yeah, this episode's all about roof and interior, but I wanted to just show you the work that's been done, especially on this little porch area here, because it's fantastic. We're able to keep or reuse the vast majority of the tiles that came off of the roof when we first stripped it. A few of them broke. We lost, I don't know, 20-30% of the tiles, but we'll replace those with new tiles, probably on the other aspect of the roof. But let's just look at the work here on this bit. So we've got all the old tiles all ready to go. As if you looked in the last episode, we've got our bat-proof membrane just on there. And then it's this work round here, the detail that's been done on this here. It's just fantastic. Surrey Roofs are the company we're using, and I cannot recommend them highly enough. So these tiles here, these are new. Now they'll all have to be taken off because there'll be cement put in between all of these when they're ready to be fixed. But I think you'll agree, they just look fantastic. And then what I love is on this front porch aspect, you can see the lovely, beautiful, old, original tiles. We've even left the moss on the tiles so that it looks weathered in. It looks like it's always been there. And by the time the rest of the roof is tiled, it's going to look absolutely fantastic. So we're at the end of week 7 and the end of Festival of Speed week. Now the boys finished working on this on Friday. It's now Sunday afternoon, but I've got to show you where we're at. First off, look behind me. We've got some of the key light windows in. They're not Veluxes. We've got these in. They're all flashed in and they look absolutely fantastic. Also, the tiling all the way up to the end here is done, and these tiles on this side are all perfectly in, ready to go, ready to get cemented in. We've got the little porch is done. So this bit of the roof on this side is pretty much tiled. All the way down this side is tiled. So the only thing that we need to do is tile the rear part of the roof, and that's where we're going to potentially use some of the new tiles. So we've basically got away with pretty much all of that is with completely the old tiles, but there's so much happened on the inside. Now the fascinating thing, having just done 4 days at Festival of Speed, I've had so many of you come up to me, and the first thing everyone's asking isn't, oh, you know, how's the channel, great cars you've been reviewing, is how's the garage going on? So clearly everyone is loving the garage updates, but I do want to just show you very briefly. Let's get back to the cars. So these are our 2 cars we've been driving up to the Festival of Speed. So the Countryman looks like it's been round the rally stage. That will be needing a bit of a wash tomorrow. But Ruby Roadster's even more sorry for herself. Look at that. Really, really bad. Anyway, let me show you the progress on the barn. Downstairs, in the main garage part, you have to look really carefully in terms of what's been happening. I guess the big thing we've noticed, so we've now had a delivery, that's all plasterboard to be going on the walls. All of the ply lining is on, again, lots more plasterboard and insulation. So not a huge amount in the main garage space, but here in the kitchen, a lot has happened. So all the walls have been lined with plasterboard ready for plastering. And over here we can see the insulation that's been used. So we use Celotex on the external walls. Behind this plywood, we can't see it unfortunately, because it's not a party wall, but it's the connecting wall to next door's barn. There's a fireproof boarding been put in there behind that plasterboard. So this is the kitchen all ready to go. but it's upstairs where the action's happening. Let me try and climb these ladders and not kill myself, because you know me and ladders, I'm not a big fan. So far, this doesn't look too different, apart from the fact we've got the skylights in now, so it's a bit more light, so it's looking great. But it's, if I spin round here, we've got the partition walls up, or the stud walling up. So first up, we have what will be the bathroom. So we've got a doorway in here, bathroom in here, so we can see we've got the plumbing ready for the toilet, which is going to go just there. We're going to have a shower just there, and then running along that back wall, we'll have a unit with a wash hand basin on it in front of this key light window, which will be there. So that's very, very exciting. And then through here, this will be the doorway into my new office space, which is looking really, really good. So this is now my new office space. Again, we've got, so this will be a full height wall here, full height wall here, but then we've now got the balustrading in for the balcony. So my office will sit here, and I'll be able to look out of that window just there, which is really smart. But then if we just pan round to the side, we get the full effect, the ability to see into the gym space. It's just gonna be so cool. So that's where we are at the moment. Work starts again tomorrow. The boys will be on site at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And I can't wait to see what happens this week. So I'm not going to finish this video yet, because there's a few things I want to talk about, but I just wanted to grab, and try and do it with a light, there we go, that's better. A few things I wanted to grab before the boys start to work again tomorrow. I think what I'd like to do is show you the completed tiled roof, which hopefully that will be finished this week, as long as the weather plays game. They've got to cement those tiles in. We've got a couple more windows to put in, and then the tiling can be finished and the whole roof can be watertight. And then we'll also be continuing the plasterboarding throughout the rest of the house. But for me, it's that view there, the fact that we can see the makeup of the main walls, the balcony space over there. So exciting. But yeah, I love the fact that so many of you are really hooked on the Dream Garage build. The other thing is, I spoke to a couple of people at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, especially the guys who are going to do the garage floor. That is going to be amazing. So there's lots of cool things happening there. But yes, anyway, I'm now going to go and enjoy a drink on the top of the garden, because it's been 4 days of fun at Goodwood, but I'm absolutely exhausted and I deserve a nice cold beer. But yeah, we'll catch you back tomorrow when the guys are back on site. The last bit of steel going in by Alan, the genius that's made all the steel so far.
Precision fit.
Precision fit, absolutely, look at that. So this is the last bit of the goalpost. The main goalpost went in today. So that's a big old door frame's worth of steel sitting on the reinforced wall that's underneath that flooring. And then this is the last bit that's going to go in, and then Alan's going to weld that in place. And that's holding the roof up. All the banging stop, look. Is it true? Of course it is.
I'll weld that, and then we need to tap that. Yeah, we need to weld that first.
There you go. And then round this way, we got the boys hanging out the windows, putting the windows in.
And it's
It's the end of the next day, and honestly, things are happening so fast here. Me have a walk around the site because so much has happened today. I've been away at a car launch today, but lots and lots of things happening. Okay, so first things first, we've got some wiring for the electrification of the doors. More about the doors shortly. Lots of plasterboard going in. We've got a double skin plasterboard on the ceiling because we have a layer of fireproof plasterboard to give us a 1 hour fire tolerance, which is part of the specs in here. But then the big news is, spin around here, notice anything different? Oh look, there's a door. Yes, we have now a door going into the kitchen from in the garage. So this is a kind of last minute thing really. We've been umming and ahhing and talking about access into the garage space from the kitchen. Our big concern was with the doors, because they're going to be electrified, if they, or automated, if we had a power failure, how do we get into the garage? If I wanted to get into the garage and it was raining, you know, do I go out the kitchen door and in the main door? So we just thought we'd put a door in. So that's gone in today. That's going to be underneath the stairs. It's only a narrow door, so that was a bit of a last minute thing. But a few things have happened upstairs as well. So yeah, yesterday we saw Alan tacking in the last of the steels. I didn't really talk too much about that steel, so let me just show you. So that is that mystical goalpost that I've told you about a number of times. That is going to basically form the doorway into my office, and we've already started to have that boarded in. We've got the kind of door frame going on here, so that will all be behind plasterboard, but that is all in now. The ridge beam, or the crank beam rather, the other thing we've done, we've just done some welding up there just to make that joint as strong as it can be. And then if you come down on this, it's actually been covered up with wood already, but you might just be able to see if I stick the camera in there. We've got a steel plate on there just to anchor that crank beam onto that brick pier. So that ain't going anywhere anytime soon. And then what else have we got up here? So pretty much the walls and stuff, we've got all of the services for the bathroom. We've seen that already. Some big decisions to go tomorrow. So we've got, basically we're going to have a run of cupboards running along there and a run of cupboards running along there. So we just need to decide tomorrow how big they're going to be. And then the last thing, let's nip outside and see the status of the roof. It's around the back of the house now, and the tiling is very nearly complete. They should complete it tomorrow. They've basically just got to put the ridge tile in and cement the very edge tiles, but I'm so happy with this roof. It just looks so beautiful. We've got the bonnets now cemented in. We've got the old tiles on here. These look like they've been there forever. We've even got the moss still growing on them from when they were taken off. And we come around here again, all of these bonnets are now all in place. Lovely detailing on that top apex just there. Coming along here. So the roof will be finished tomorrow and it looks fantastic. The final job tomorrow, as well as doing the ridge, these tiles just around here, they will need cementing in just there. But yeah, very, very exciting to have the roof done. That will be done tomorrow, finished, another thing ticked off. Cool. And as if by magic, just a couple of days later, one, I've had a haircut, but two, the roof's finished and it looks absolutely mega. So happy with it. I've shown you around it a couple of times, but just the finish of the roof, the thing we wanted the most was for the roof to just sit there and look like it's been there forever, and that's so what the guys at Sussex Roofs have managed to do. All these caps down here are all beautifully cemented in, the windows are in, it just looks absolutely mega. So that's pretty much the end of this episode of My Dream Garage. What comes next, I hear you cry? Well, the really big thing that is going to happen next, which we're working on, is the garage doors. We are still undecided, not undecided, but we're still trying to find a way of having the doors that we're allowed based on planning, which will be an open barn door style, so 2 doors per garage, but we want them fully automated, and that's the challenge we're having at the moment. So I'm going to cover that in the next episode. The other thing that's going to start happening really quickly, we've had to make some big decisions very quickly this week, is that we're starting to plasterboard. Upstairs, we're laying out things like the bathroom, my office. The final bits of first fix electrics are going in, and then the next big thing, that's the dude, that's Nigel, it's his company that's building it for us. So the next thing, the front cladding goes on, the scaffolding comes down next Wednesday, so you'll be able to get a really good proper look at the barn, and things happen really, really quickly. So please put in the comments, what do you think? Any questions, any comments on what we've done so far? I think you'll agree the roof looks beautiful, the key light windows look fantastic, and I cannot wait for the next episode of My Dream Garage. But if you've enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you on the next film. You take care, guys. Drive safe.